helpful for us.
Good evening, everyone. Kavita ma'am, I have started live streaming.
Okay. Thank you, Dipali. Good evening. There's one participant we are waiting for. Once she joins, we can start.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, please check.
Do we have Garv Trivedi from BBN?
Waiting for
Yes.
Garv Trivedi.
No, I'm present.
Okay.
Shrishti Kanjilal,
I'm also here.
Shivesh Poddar,
I'm here.
Akshita Paul, is Ipshita here with us?
Ankita ma'am, can I request you to send me a hi on my number so that I can get the results later? Ankita ma'am, can
yes.
you hear me? Yeah. Please, do you have my number? I think Tanushree had given my number. I'm Kavita.
Yes.
Yeah.
She has.
Please,
given.
please text a hi so that I can save your number, and once you are done with the results, you can send it to me, which I'll forward to the principal sir and to the education minister for announcement.
Okay, ma'am. I've just texted you. Just check it.
Yes, ma'am, I got it. Thank you.
My God.
Ma'am, you can send me the results here only.
Do we have Ipshita here?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like the participants to just message in the text box who is going to be the speaker 1 and speaker 2 from the respective schools, please.
May we start, ma'am?
Yes.
Greetings to one and all present here. We extend a heartiest welcome to the finals of the Inter-School Debate Competition Duel of Doubts. We would like to extend a heartfelt gratitude to our judges for taking out their precious time in gracing this occasion with their presence. We are grateful, Professor Ankita Sinha ma'am and Sumitra Ray ma'am. We would like to extend a heartfelt gratitude to our principal sir, Dr. Diganta Haldar, for giving us this wonderful opportunity to organize this event, to all the contesting schools for actively participating in the event. As we all know, today we lost one of the gems of India, the legendary singer Lata Mangeshkar ma'am. So before we move ahead, I would like to request everyone to observe 1 minute silence for her. Thank you, everyone. May her soul rest in peace. Debating is not only a medium to develop public speaking skills or building confidence, but it is also a platform to express and assess different views and develop a sense of ownership of the world and a sense of empowerment. After all, as the saying goes, it is better to debate a question without settling it than to settle a question without debating it. The finalists for Duel of Doubts are Birla Vidyaniketan Delhi and Sarala Gyan Jyoti Guwahati. Before proceeding with the program, we would like to decide the opposition and proposition bench for the topic which was provided 2 hours before. So this is what we'll be doing. Anuja has two different papers, one green and one yellow. Now, I would like to request BVN to choose one color. Any of the participants can choose a color.
Yellow.
So as on the opposition bench, we have Birla Vidyaniketan Delhi. Anuja, may you please show the green card as well?
Yes.
And for proposition, we have Sarala Gyan Jyoti Guwahati. The teams have 10 minutes to prepare for the same. Now, I would like to request Anuja to introduce our honorable chief guest.
Thank you, Dia. Dr. Ranoj Pegu sir is the Honorable Education Minister of Assam. He was also the former Chief Executive Member of the Missing Autonomous Council. Sir has completed his schooling at Sankardev Seminary School of Jorhat in 1978. He has also received MBBS degree from Guwahati Medical College in 1987, a dignitary who holds a physician's degree and believes in working for the upliftment of our society. He is also the Honorable Minister of Plain Tribe and Backward Class Welfare Department. Our judges for the evening are Professor Ankita Sinha ma'am and Sumitra Ray ma'am. Ankita Sinha ma'am is a professor at MIT ADT University, Pune. She is the voice in the ears of top national anchors when they debate on primetime news television. Professor Sinha has 7 years of experience in the media industry, worked in Times Now with Arnav Goswami, Mirror Now along with social media icon Faye D'Souza, and in CNBC TV 18, a leading business channel with Shirin Bhan. She covered and produced shows like Filmfare, News Hour, Telangana Elections, Budget, Mission Pani, and many more live shows. She did First Division Masters in Mass Communication from the Central University of Jharkhand. We welcome you, ma'am. Sumitra Ray ma'am is a producer at Times Now based in New Delhi, NCT. She's someone who digs real stories, narratives, documentaries, and real experiences. She is presently 24/7 news producer turned unscripted content producer for Times Chronicles. Her best production pieces have come across on all channels of Times Television and now even on OTT platforms. She has also been a part of Google News Initiative's Trainers Network News Group. She and her team have bagged many awards. Best in Dev Series at ENBA Awards 2020, Tales of Valor. Best News Video Content on social platform Maroof Raza Explainer Video, and also won honors for the same at the Video Media Conference and Awards 2021, to name a few. We are delighted to have both of you as our judges for this event, Duel of Doubts.
For this event, we have Portal Nritya by the students of class 10. Portal Nritya is counted amongst the most zealous dance forms in Assam. It is one of the most proud creations of Assamese culture. was truly invigorating. So, before we proceed with the debate, I would like to request our moderator for the evening, Chetan Lunkar, to explain the rules and regulations. Over to you, Chetan.
Thank you, Dia. Thank you, Dia. We shall start with the rules and regulations first. Judges, please note that the topic was given 2 hours prior to the debate. Each member will be allowed to speak for maximum 2 minutes and 30 seconds. After 2 minutes, you would hear a single buzzer. And after 2 minutes 30 seconds, you would hear 2 buzzer sounds. After each member's speech, the floor will be open for one question. The question shall be in reference to the speaker's speech. One member of each team will be allowed to give closing remarks at the end of the debate. Time limit 90 seconds. The rubrics for judgment are presentation, relevance, content, rebuttal, question and answers. Points to be noted, there will be negative marking if the speaker exceeds the time limit. That is for the rules and regulations. The topic of the floor for today is that the introduction of metaverse will destroy society as we know it. We have Sarala Gyan Jyoti as the proposition and Birla Vidya Niketan as the opposition. From Sarala Gyan Jyoti, we have Ipshita Paul as the first speaker and Shivesh Poddar as the second speaker. From Birla Vidya Niketan, we have Shishti Kanjilal as the first speaker and Garv Trivedi as the second speaker. Now, we shall start with the debate. I'd like to invite the first speaker from the proposition bench to take the floor.
Greetings, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. You may start.
Greetings to the halls at large. Myself, Ipshita Paul from Sarala Birla Gyan Jyoti, and the topic of today's debate is Introduction of Metaverse Will Destroy Society as We Know It. The word metaverse is derived from a 1992 science fiction novel. Now, what is metaverse? It is a network of 3D virtual worlds focused on social connections. Now, what is a society? Society is a group of people from different classes, rich and poor, living together. With metaverse, there will be a time where we can sit from our homes and travel in 3D. Might it be meeting our friends or shopping? Now, this kind of sounds depressing, doesn't it? Will this have some effect on some people who are already prone to the behaviors and psychological effects from social media more depressed? Yes. To the other side of the motion, I would like to ask a question. Have you seen the kids sitting in a corner of a family function these days? Well, if metaverse is invented, then we all might become like those kids and stop real-time interaction with our friends. We will be so engrossed that the 3D world will engross our natural life. There was a time when 3D TVs were also very popular in the world. It sounds way too cool, like, duh, I have a 3D TV at my place. But looking at it realistically, it puts a burden to put on glasses every time you watch the television. Remember, things that are simple to use are the only ones that get hype in the mainstream technology. The feeling of getting stuck inside the glasses asks me. The thought itself is uncomfortable. Augmented technology will transform the society and not necessarily in a good way. If this world becomes so immersive, then we might stop worrying about the real world. This thought itself is dystopian. Now, if you have used Facebook, you will know that it tracks every movement of the user. Now, if metaverse develops, then the tracking of the data will increase by 100 times. When you talk to your friends in that 3D world, the puppets of Mark Zuckerberg will track every word you say and thus invade your privacy. Can you think how dangerous that will be? Now, this whole universe will be created by Zuckerberg. And if I put it like that, then Zuckerberg will become the literal god of metaverse, perhaps tripling his income. If by any chance the concept of metaverse becomes successful, then one rich person will have all the power and the control of that universe. I conclude my speech. Thank you.
Thank you, speaker. Now,
Before we move
first
on, I would like to welcome Sulebi Haldar ma'am for joining us today. She's from Don Bosco and our principal sir is 5. We welcome you, ma'am.
Now, The floor is open for one question.
Questions from whom? Like, can it be
Yes.
more specific?
Question from the opposition side. Yes, Shrishti Kanchiyal, you may speak.
Am I audible?
Yes.
So my question is referring to your what you have said in the beginning. You refer to the societal impacts. Referring to and going back to the topic, we are talking about metaverse as we know it. So I would like to ask you that metaverse as we know it today, uh, what is the society you're actually referring to? Because we are referring to a very today we have a very small fraction of the billion of people living here. So what societal impact as of today are you exactly referring to?
For the question, the society that I was referring to is that now it will make people more infantile and idiotic. When they wake up from watching nonsense and think it has meaning or reason, they will see that their lives are already at an end. What the other side of the debate should understand here is that if Zuckerberg had the chance, then he would have said that we can eat and litter in metaverse itself, and he could be rich. And all for the sake of Zuckerberg becoming rich? Well, then he sounds like a treacherous vampire. Thank you. And he will become richer, and we might not get richer. Thank you.
Now, I would like to invite the first speaker from the opposition bench.
Am I audible again?
Yes, ma'am. You may speak.
Though metaverse exists, not many people really know about it. But seeing that, as I already referred, only a very tiny fraction of the billions living in the world are in metaverse, it is not a representation of the society we're talking about as of now. Even if they come to know about it in due course of time, most people want to lead a simple life. They want to live in peace. They want to follow laws and they want to be happy. And happiness to people like you and me, it surely is waking up, looking at the clock and realizing that, yes, I still have 5 more minutes to sleep. It is not to create havoc in the metaverse. Therefore, the people who want to create havoc in the metaverse is a tiny fraction. What I would say is less than 1%. There is much more evil in the real world today. Metaverse is not any more dangerous than the real world. To refer to the next 2 points that we'll be talking about, A, will it destroy the society? Not any more, not any less. Without really revealing much, my partner will be elaborating on that. And the third point is, it will be a very long time before people even accept metaverse as another world as we say it, and some of them may never do it. But by the more people join, there will be a more semblance of order there too, just as now there are clear and stricter cyber laws in place in our countries and in today's world. Thank you.
Now, the floor will be open for one question. Yes, yes, Shivesh. Yes, Shivesh, you may ask.
So through
Chetan,
you, I would.
Chetan, sorry to interrupt.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I think Minister Sir has joined. Please do the welcome. After that, we can continue with this second speaker or third speaker. Okay.
Okay,
Dia,
ma'am.
please
Okay.
do the needful.
Welcome, sir.
Can we see Sir here? Deepali, have you joined?
I'm there always.
No, not you. Has Sir joined? Yes.
Yes.
Welcome you, Sir. Principal Sir, our Minister Sir is here.
Warm welcome, sir. Thank you so very much for taking your valuable time. We know that you were on transit, and in spite of that, your love and affection for the children can be seen. Thank you very much, sir, once again.
Sir, can you hear us?
There could be network issues, I think. I think sir has not heard.
Yes, sir, but he just called me to say that I have joined. So
Okay.
let me confirm, sir.
I don't see him on screen.
There, his name is there. I can. He's there, but his video is turned off.
Okay.
Only audio is on. Animesh, if you can stop sharing the screen once.
Yes.
Yes, my video is on.
Yes.
Sir, very good evening.
Welcome.
Very good evening and a warm welcome to you.
Thank you.
So we know that you were on transit, you are an extremely busy person, but the fact that in spite of that,
Yes.
you take it shows your love and affection for the children. And that's what matters the most. Thank you very much once again, sir.
Welcome.
Sir, can
So
we
I'll be with
continue
you
with
for
the
a few
debate?
minutes. Would you like to continue the debate?
No, sir. If you like to say something, definitely we can wait for the debate to begin.
Ma'am, I think let us hear
Okay,
from...
I'll just speak a few words for the students and then I leave and you continue the debate.
Okay.
First of all, I appreciate the Sarala Birla initiative of organizing this kind of a debating competition amid the COVID situation. And particularly the subject you have chosen is great because the world is changing very fast. I just remember around in 1991, just after passing out from the medical college, I had read 3 books written by the great American writer Alvin Toffler on third wave, the future shock, and the power shift. These 3 books were on the fast changing information technology. That time we had heard about the cyber highways, and that time we hadn't heard hearing about it's very fast changing, but there is one line I would like to draw from the book Future Shock, because if the students, we do not adapt, keep on updating ourselves for the trend of changes, then we get the shock. Anything, the fast change with unexpected changes comes in front of us, we cannot cope up with it, then we get a kind of shock. So that was the kind of future shock Alvin Toffler was talking about. So we should be a very futuristic. We should be very, our mind should be very inquisitive. It should be always be asking asking mind. So whenever in course of our learning, we always look for answers. So we will always go for what are the clamor about answers, but we do not clamor about questions. Questions lead to answers. So only an inquisitive mind can ask questions. So learn to ask questions, learn to generate questions, learn to create questions. When you see something red, immediately it's better than understanding why it is red, we should go for why it is not black, why it is not yellow, or why it is not white. So thus those kind of questions will lead you to many answers to expand your knowledge. So in asking mind is very important, and to be able to be always nurture and asking things should be very important, because certain things we observe, and that reflects in our mind, and we get a perception, and that perception may not be correct. Only very careful can get a true imprint of the things in our mind. We can get a correct or near correct perception. Because false perception, it leads to false interpretation, and students to be very keen observer of everything, to observe the things, try to generate as much questions as I request. It is my practice, always with a pen and pencil, try to write down as many questions as possible. There may be many questions of which you know the answers. There will be questions available, and yet there will be questions fall after these questions. Try to nurture your asking mind. Try to train your brain to ask questions that will lead to good answers. And for this debating competition on metaverse, and this is great. I really appreciate the Sarala Birla Institute, particularly the new generation youngsters. This debate will greatly help you to understand, because it is a debate. Metaverse, it is an ongoing debate, and many aspects of metaverse we do not know. And what exactly metaverse is going to lead us to, that is also not clear. So that is why this debate is very interesting. So this will enlighten you, and this is enlightening me as well. And this will enlighten me. And thank you very much. I will wish all of you very good luck, and we will see you again. I love you, all my children, all students. I love you. Thank you very much for inviting me to experience this wonderful debating competition and wonderful topic. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your golden words, which will be remembered and followed. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. So I'm just putting off my video off, then I'll listen to your debate.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. Hope the curiosity inside us never dies of asking questions. Thank you, sir. It's an honor to have you.
Yes. Okay, Dia, we can go ahead with our debate. Sir is listening. Yeah.
Animesh, can you just start the screen sharing again?
Yeah.
Shivesh, you can go ahead with your question.
Thank you. So, ma'am in her speech mentioned that metaverse is not accessible yet. And my simple question is, when metaverse is accessible to the large section of the society, will it or will it not be destructive to the society?
Thank you for your question, Shivesh. Firstly, I will give you 2 points. First, the topic says metaverse as we know it. We're not focusing on what will happen tomorrow, what will happen next year, what will happen after decades. We're talking about today. And as of today, metaverse is not accessible. I am not on metaverse. You are not a part of metaverse. A tiny fraction of the billions living in the world are in metaverse. The second point is, would it be destructive if we were to think about in terms of the future? I would say that this was the same reaction when internet came in 2000s. People were afraid of what would happen when internet would get broader and just grow. So this is just baseless fear, because as it will grow, as more people will become a part of it, more laws will come up, just as we have so many cyber laws, in fact, today for internet. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you.
Now, I would like to invite the second speaker from the proposition bench.
So I would begin with my speech with telling you about my version of happiness. Now, my version of happiness is not is not being happy as I have 5 more minutes to sleep, but I'll be happy enough because I have 5 more minutes to work in this competitive world. And everybody is ambitious right now. And that is what we have. That is why we are heading towards a metaverse. Now, we need to understand that when TVs came up, nobody was sure that will TVs capture each and every household? Will internet capture each and every household? But it did. Talking about cyber laws, we need to understand they are not efficient as yet. And the topic. Can I please? Can I have some more time? There was disturbance in the meeting.
Yes, Shivesh, you may start again.
Greetings again. Now, my version of happiness is not being happy because I have 5 minutes to sleep, but being happy because, yes, I have got 5 more minutes to work today. And in this ambitious world, we all are aiming to be ambitious and competitive. And this is the society we know. The opposition failed to address the topic. The opposition is focusing that metaverse as we know it, where the topic clearly says that introduction of metaverse will destroy the society as we know it. When TVs came up, when internet came up, nobody was sure will they capture each and every household. But as the rates become cheaper and cheaper, people were accessing it. And as we all know it today, they did destruct our society. They did partial destruction. And the opposition bench is trying here to prove that metaverse introduction will completely destroy the society. I tell you how. The economic impact of introduction of metaverse, $8 billion was the estimated sale in India last year of the e-commerce. But when metaverse arrives, it is expected that there will be 4.5% of loss in the GDP because the offline stores that are still surviving will shut down again. Online monetization of assets, the hackers are potential to being hacked. Now we also need to understand that as soon as it gets introduced, the rates will be higher and it will not be accessible to everybody. But as Geo came up, we have seen the rates became cheaper and it did get accessible. And once it got accessible, the allocation of resources became in the hands of few. The society as we know it today is partially destructed. But with the introduction of metaverse, there will be virtual sexual harassment. There have been cases of virtual sexual harassment, already. It is a path of complete destruction of the society, and that is all that we are going to what we're saying. The recent and the most common example of how metaverse is already destroying and creating impact economically is that the company Meta, owned by Mark Zuckerberg, lost $230 billion on Thursday, marking as the highest fall in stock prices. Now we need to understand that as they are working on metaverse in a manner that it is destructing and the quarterly results are falling. So that is how I'd like to conclude.
Now the floor will be open for one question. Yes, girl. Yes, girl, you may speak.
Yes. Now, the speaker stated that metaverse has led to a vast increase in crimes. For example, they brought up an example of sexual harassment. But we have to realize one major thing, because these crimes are also committed in the real world. But the difference between these crimes, real crimes and the virtual crimes, is that the real crimes have physical scars. Would you be willing to risk the fact that physical crime would be decreasing in favor of some idyllic utopian vision of future without any crime? Because that is currently not possible. You claim an idealist means a reality.
Sir, please keep it short.
Yes, sir. So in conclusion, the speaker basically states that society itself, that virtual crimes would increase in number. But is it really that harmful to have more virtual crimes if it also means a decrease in physical crimes?
Thank you, sir. That's a very good question. But sir, there is no measure to describe how much a virtual crime or a physical crime can hurt somebody, because a sexual harassment is, as the Supreme Court says it, the sexual harassment case is it completely depends upon the woman, how hurt she is, and not the man who hurts her. So what we are saying is, we will never be able to stop physical crimes at any point of time. But then introduction of metaverse is all, we also have virtual crimes existing right now, but introduction of metaverse will give a boost to virtual crimes, and simultaneously the physical crimes will increase with the rising population. However, metaverse is just another means to welcome more crimes. So that is what we all had to say.
Now, I would like to invite the second speaker from the opposition bench to take the floor.
Thank you. Now, am I audible? Now,
Yes, sir,
the proposition, yes, the proposition brings about fear-mongering claims about how much of a threat the metaverse would be in comparison to real life, as somehow people will necessarily turn to chaos, completely ignorant of the material conditions sprouting out and continuously spouting out ideological jargon. They claim that crime rates will increase because, of course, random normal citizens will turn to crime just because of a change in platform as well. They refuse to realize how, with the increasing amounts of people in the metaverse, a foundation for law and order would be constructed. For this has got a historical material basis as well. Twice, in fact, in history. For one, we have to keep in mind, in the real world itself, this is how society, how civilizations have evolved, how people come together, create laws on a communal basis to protect oneself. This has also happened in the internet with cyber laws, and people do indeed maintain these cyber laws. Cases of crime will always exist. That is, till now, until and unless human condition itself fundamentally changes, a universality. However, it is not whether these crimes exist, but rather how we react to these crimes. Secondly, the proposition also claims that society will end due to social conversation and social interaction also ending. But
Teachers are requested to keep their audios.
should I continue?
Wait a minute. Dipali, can you mute everyone other than the speaker?
Yes, ma'am, I did that.
Okay, please start.
Yes.
Rav, you may start.
Yes. But this same exact claim is one which has historically been repeated since the past century. This claim was back in the 1900s when magazines are coming about, in the 1930s when televisions are coming about, with the internet in the 2000s. Now with metaverse in this decade, this fear-mongering is baseless in its accusation, since society necessarily adapts to the challenges positioned to it. That is how evolution itself works, based upon adaptations to material society. We also have to remember, first and foremost, that the metaverse as a concept is a means of communication. Keeping this in mind, how can we claim that a means of communication, a means of connecting people together, providing them a new universal frontier for collaboration, will somehow make them mindless zombies? This is a claim that is reactionary in its nature, purely hypocritical of the original basis of the innovations themselves, and said projecting fears of modern day society itself in spite of this.
Now the floor shall be open for one question.
I have a question.
Yes, Shivesh, go ahead.
Through you, I would like to ask speaker that when he said that the laws will come up, does the speaker assure us that the laws that will be coming up in this evolving civilization will completely safeguard the society at large?
Thank you. Now, what you are asking is not a question about whether these laws will come up or not. What you're asking is there going to be a logical certainty? And the thing is, logical certainties do not necessarily equate, logical possibilities do not equate to logical certainties. Yes, there may be a possibility of crime. That is true in our world as well. But should we necessarily abandon society itself for this possibility? Even if this possibility may be smaller, we have to keep nuance in analysis of situations like these. And we have to remember this.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite the proposition bench for the closing remark. You would be getting 1 minute 30 seconds for the closing remark. After 1 minute, there will be one buzzer, and after 1 minute 30 seconds, there will be two buzzers. Closing remarks of the proposition bench.
It is really saddening for me because at the closing remarks, I had to again describe the topic, that is introduction of the metaverse will destroy the society as we know it. The society as we know is partially destructed already. This is what we have been trying to prove, but the opposition got the topic wrong. Now the opposition, we have never claimed that connecting people is a means of making them mindless. Well, I have 54 people right now live sitting on this Zoom platform, and I'm pretty sure everybody is disconnected right now. Connecting people virtually will make them mindless, because as we know them already, people are sitting with phones all day, and bringing metaverse into their lives is completely going to destroy them. And that is all that we have been focusing on the entire topic. Now, the society as we know it today has the opposition bench focused on crime rates, but we need to understand it is not about crimes. If the laws come up, they will not give us the economic security of the offline stores. Won't first replace the online or offline stores that we have it? Isn't there a potential of hacking of cryptocurrencies? Because is cryptocurrency the measure, is the means of trading? There are a lot of things involved when it comes to metaverse, and introduction in itself is destructive, because as soon as metaverse gets introduced, it will become accessible to people. And once metaverse gets accessible to people, metaverse is not a civilization. It is just a virtual reality that will rip us all apart. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite the opposition bench for the closing remark.
Thank you, moderator. So firstly, I would like to point out that our arguments are not emotional responses. They're logical reasoning, they're logical argumentations. The opposition has created fear, hype, and panic regarding the metaverse. Now, pointing out to what example the opposition took, that Jio, it is putting power in the hands of people. If you're following up with the tech news, Jio has invested 15 million in deep tech startups entering the metaverse. So Jio has entered the metaverse. Speaking about laws, Barbados is the first country to establish its diplomatic embassy in the metaverse. So laws better come up, and they will come up. Metaverse will not disconnect people, as the opposition just put up. It is a parallel world, a second digital parallel world meant to run alongside the basic life. The metaverse is basically an extension of today's modern society. And if the metaverse is bad, this world is worse, because we are the same people working here and there. If people try to do evil in the metaverse, they cannot make physical damage. If you were to be in an accident today, you would not get physical damage in metaverse. And if they decide to replicate the evil designs on the real world, they better be ready for what comes after in the real world. In the real world, a sexual harassment, it does not make physical damage. With that, I wrap up our case. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So here we come to the end of the debate. Over to you, Dia.
I would like to request our teachers to speak a few words.
In the meanwhile, judges are requested to please send the marks to the respective phone number they have been given, please.
Good evening, everyone. We have Sulipi ma'am here, wife of our principal, and she is working in Don Bosco, Guwahati. We would like to hear a few words from ma'am. Ma'am, are you here?
Good evening, Kavita ma'am. It was a pleasure, listening to all the speakers. Very informative. So much to learn from these young kids, Life is a learning, and may the best team win. And congratulations and best wishes to them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's really nice that you're enjoying the debate. We again would like to hear from Julie ma'am. If you are here, by the time judges, they count the marks.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, my colleagues. Good evening, respected judges and my dear students. It was really interesting. Thank you so much. It could actually take us to certain spheres which we don't always think of, or probably even overlook, or we don't realize that, yes, these are also fields that we need to think about. So through your interactions, through your research, we also get enlightened. And this debate had been one such. Thank you so much. It was really wonderful. We look forward to many more, Kavita ma'am and your team. Thank you so much for having this program. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. I think we have here Shreya also, our alumni, if she wants to say something, new blood, new perception. Shreya, can you? Are you here? I saw her.
She's here, ma'am.
Kavita, she's left. She had some call. She's left.
Okay. Then Renu, please.
It was most enlightening. It's amazing how well researched and well spoken our kids are, and the kind of light that they throw and the perspective that they give on anything that they are talking. It's like literally opening our minds. Amazing. They all have spoken brilliantly. So proud of all of you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Renu. Now, Dia, you can go ahead, I think, with your agenda.
Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was indeed very encouraging. Now, I would like to request Ankita Sinha ma'am to say a few words for us.
Thank you, Ahuja. It's like this debate was good to hear. It's like metaphors is a new term which everybody is coming up, and especially is going to affect the newcomers, the new budding person, who are going to be in the future, going to be holding a personality, and for them, it will be ineffective. So their thinking, their critical point of view, it actually matters a lot, because they are the society we are going to talk about, we are dealing with, and they are the one who is actually going to create that society, and how much metaphors should affect them, or like in a positive way or a negative way, and how they should. And they thinking right now about it, analyzing it, it's a very good point for them. Thank you for dealing with it, for having this topic.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was very delighting to hear you. Now, I would like to request Sumitra Ray ma'am to speak a few words.
Thank you. Thank you. Everybody has spoken very well. And this is just a beginning for you guys. Work hard and you will get a success. Thank you so much for me.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your encouraging words. Now, we would like to request Principal Sir to take the floor and announce the results for the Duel of Doubts, if the results are ready.
Yeah,
I have not.
Sir, I'm sending to you.
In the meanwhile, let me tell you something. this was actually quite an extraordinary debate, because not only the fact that it is very contemporary, but at the same time, let me tell you very honestly, in places I was a bit scared, because when we are thinking about tomorrow and so much of conflicts in our minds, whether or not we are heading towards a proper society, or a society which will be so full of chaos or maybe crimes, I am having a lot of debates in my own mind. And the real reason behind that are our wonderful debaters. They could actually trigger this in my mind. I'm sure this has happened with everyone today, not only me. While going home, and maybe till tomorrow, day after tomorrow, this is one thing which is going to be here. I'm going to carry on thinking and trying to find out a logical solution to whether or not, to me, that is why, to me, topic wise, all the four speakers are winners. In fact, we really, really don't know, just as Dr. Ramesh Pegu, our Honorable Minister, said that, it is very essential that we debate over something that is going to actually change the world. I don't know, maybe some few debaters may not agree, but I'm on the other side. It is going to change the world, but let's just hope that it's going to change the world for better. Just like internet has done, it has established connectivity in spite of the hard times that we had. Nobody knows better than the school sector how things functioned. Had there been no virtual life, we would have just absolutely stopped. So I'm sure metaverse is also going to usher in a lot of development in this world, so that we can, we can put ourselves into a different world. We do not have to depend upon physical aspects only. Like, I don't know, I'm not very well read about this, but to be very honest, now we get to hear doctors performing surgery online. So nothing could be better than that. In fact, I came across a person the other day who got his surgery performed, and quite successfully. So technology, if governed properly with rules and with sanctity, is definitely going to bring, usher in a much better world than the one in which we are living. I hope you agree with me. You may not, and as it is a debate, this debate will continue. This is just the beginning of debating over such a wonderful concept. Thank you, everyone, for conducting this wonderful session. Before announcing the prizes, I would like to thank both our judges for giving their valuable time, Ankita ma'am and Sumitra ma'am. I know you all are very busy people, but your presence today in this debate made all the difference. Let me tell you, such highly experienced, learned people y'all are. Please bless our children so that they do well in life. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, very much.
Sir, results are sent to you, so you can check your WhatsApp and you can announce.
All right. Shall I announce now?
Yes, sir.
Or are you going to do the honor, Kavita ma'am? Or shall I?
No, you, sir, please, you go ahead.
All right. So, second amongst so many participants, because these are the boys and girls who have taken away the crowns from, I think there were 9 schools, right, ma'am? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir, 9 schools.
So, second comes Sarala, Birla, Gyan, Jyoti, Guwahati. And obviously, the first position goes to Birla Vidyaniketan, New Delhi. Congratulations, all 4 of you, and congratulations, all the children who took part, irrespective of the schools. All, I think 18 participants, or maybe more than that, from all the 9 schools. Congratulations to all of you. And special mention, Birla Vidyaniketan, New Delhi. Thank you so much.
And we have, sir, 2 honorable mention.
Oh, yes, I'm so sorry. 2 honorable mentions. One is Aditya Rathi, Royal Global School, and Vasundhara Sajanbam, Assam Valley School. Congratulations to both of you as well. Ma'am, you could place this on the text, this thing, so that everyone can see.
Okay, sir, in the chat box?
The chat box, yes.
Okay. Dia, if you can write faster than me, please do it. Because they are very fast, sir. Metaverse people.
Metaverse children.
Yes, they are very fast. Okay. Okay, Dia, we can go ahead with the program.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations, BVN. We are so very proud, and we are equally proud of our children as well. So in this situation, and okay, you are going through so much of problem and physical classes, but in spite of that, and both the partners, they are not connecting, they are connecting virtually. Still, you have actually shown team spirit and Jess. We are really very happy and very proud of you all. Well done.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir. And a big
If I may
congratulations.
take a little time, I would just like to focus. I have written down what sir told. I wish to thank him once again, our honorable minister, sir, for being present. But children, and it goes for us as well. Wonderful lines he has told us. One is learn to ask questions and learn to generate questions. 2 lines, and one more I wrote, train your brain. It's so very important. These are really golden words which are to be followed. Thank you, sir, once again. You can carry on, Dia.
Thank you so much, sir. Again, a big congratulations to the winners of Duel of Doubts and Sarala Birla Gyan Jyoti for giving a tough competition. Now, I would like to request Dia to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Anuja. It gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for this event to all the dignitaries present here. Good evening, respected principal sir, respected guests, teachers, and our fellow participants. With the evening nearing end, I, on behalf of Sandarbh, the debating club of Sarala Birla Gyan Jyoti, would like to thank our esteemed guest, our Honorable Education Minister, Dr. Ranoj Pegu sir, and our judges, Sumitra Ray ma'am and Ankita Sinha ma'am, for sparing their valuable time to grace the evening with their presence. I would like to thank Principal Sir for his steadfast support and guidance. I would like to thank all the participants who have made this evening so special with their amazing speaking skills. I would also like to extend my gratitude and appreciation to all the participating schools for their active engagement and cooperation. I would like to thank Dipali ma'am for her untiring effort for live streaming of the entire event. I would like to thank Animesh for screen sharing, Chetan for moderating the event, and Anuja for co-hosting the event. And last but not the least, I would like to thank all the teachers, especially Kavita ma'am, Daisy ma'am, and Pyali ma'am, who had been the force behind the successful event. And a big thank you to everyone who joined this evening.
With this, we have arrived to the end of such an insightful event. Thank you for being a part of this memorable day. Now, may we request everyone to rise for the state anthem, Jatiya Honge. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being there with us. Have a great evening ahead.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Can
you,
we
sir.
leave,
Thank
with
you,
this?
sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. It's a pleasure attending this meeting. Thank you so much. I'm going to end the program.
Thank you,
Yes.
everyone.